The well knows its vessel, and those who would despoil it.
How she make the sound?
Stand aside,
Her tongue should go
Inquisitor.
right between her teeth when
The
she uses
trials
it.
you set me, I have overcome. As a courtesy, leave now, or not at all.
Your lust for power has blinded you, Calpurnia. Corypheus is using you.
Think on your own folly before inventing more. You serve your people, you have one last chance to save them. The Well of Sorrows overflows with knowledge, power abandoned by those the elves worshipped as gods. To walk the Fade without the anchor, that is what the Well of Sorrows will give Corypheus.
I'm more amazed she said worshipped without closing her mouth.
Yeah.
If that's the case, why isn't Corypheus clawing at the well?
I will carry it like a jug brimming for his use. Can you not see? I knew you would.
What a
take the
very
well for
woman
yourself,
response. I want to be his
ransack its
cup.
wisdom
Oh,
to
use
try
me,
to
dear
defeat
husband, for
Corypheus.
I am just a
But
vessel
you'd
for your
still be
penis.
just a child playing with a sword. Corypheus will wield it as a master.
That's a joke.
Once you've drunk from the well, Corypheus will use a ritual on you. You'll be a mindless tool, enslaved to his will.
That. Where I come from, idle tales must be proven.
Here, the page with his binding ritual.
Damn.
He tried it on your master, Erasthenes.
How could you know? And these runes, no one has written in these since... He made so many promises and everyone alive. Then he discovered Vass. He
Wow.
was to give to Vinter
I wonder
a
why
true
we don't
leader.
remember
If
things in
Corypheus
history.
misused me, he'd misuse them too.
Because people
I was
fucking burn
blind.
everything the first chance they get.
Perhaps Tevinter does need a strong leader. Be that woman, while you still can.
You mock me, Inquisitor, as if you'd let me walk away.
If that's your wish, I won't stop you.
If Corypheus triumphs. Listen, if any power can challenge him...
Now
his
imagine
lies
if you
in the
missed
well.
that thing on the map.
Perhaps its price is too high, but if you can take it, humble him. Vitae Benefaria, Inquisitor. Do not follow us.
Live long and
I will give
prosper?
you
Did
some
she just
time.
seriously
I
live
go
long
to
and
confront
prosper
my
us?
master. Then I will return to Tevinter. If there is anything left of me.
I like how you just sort of spared a
Yeah.
Tevinter. Meanwhile, you're just killing all the elves and trying to steal, like, the well from Morrigan.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Calpurnia thought the well's knowledge was powerful. It could help stop Corypheus.
I care nothing for your petty conflicts, Shemlin.
You'll care when Corypheus arrives for the well.
The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Damn, baby, when you talk to me that way, I'll
Do
give
you
you
even
everything.
know what you
What an
ask?
absolutely manipulative tone to use in this situation. Jesus fucking Christ.
Like, even I fucking noticed that. Like, manipulate me more, mommy.
All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Look around you. Everything your people were, it's already gone.
It is.
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
Our duty is all that remains. Those who drank from the Virabella San paid a great price. Bound to the service of Mythal, for eternity.
You claim Mythal was truly a god.
To you, it shall make no difference.
Boss fight. Oh, did we fuck up?
Mythal, Zuluvine.
Stubborn fool.
He was defending all that was left of what once was.
And would have happily buried us in the process.
I'm glad you had the presence of mind to stop him.
He was a slave to duty, when he could have been so much more. You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Neither about your fucking cheek clipping.
Let's not be reckless. I don't want anyone hurt.
Yeah,
I am
what?
willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Or more likely to your own ends.
What would you know of my ends, elf?
I want to learn
You
about
are
your
a
ends.
glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
What training makes you so qualified?
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
Barrack.
A god?
I don't know who's better suited, and neither do you.
I have the best chance of making use of the well. For everyone. Let me drink.
You're not concerned about the price. Bound forever to the will of Mythal.
I bet
mean,
she'd
she-
love that.
Yeah, she'd fucking love it.
It seems an empty warning.
Woo!
Who can say otherwise?
Ah.
I do not fear it, even so.
Are you sure you want this, Morrigan? We don't know what will happen.
We do not, and yet it must be done. I am ready.
Like, Morgan's, she's smart, but she doesn't have all the information.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem.
Thoughts?
She is right about only one thing. We should take the power which lies in that well.
I trust you with this power more than her. But it's not for me to decide.
You're asking me? This is a lot of weird... I barely understand how any of this works.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
It's yours.
Hey, there's a scene like this in Final Fantasy.
Everyone suddenly had an opinion.
Only when she got wet.
I like how, even with the long-term knowledge of who Mythal is, and who Flemeth is, and who Morgan is, etc., you always make, like, the worst option involved in that plotline.
I am intact.
Oh, Flemeth's actually a god?
Through.
She wants you to have an old god baby? Sure! Oh. And she let Morgan go free for some reason with an old god baby, and now she's about to be bound to the will of that god? Sure!
This is don't worry, this went through my head as I was doing it. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. Quick, let's have sex.
Run! Ah! Ah!
Fuck! Is that a naked Mythal? Alright, what's the next thing that we have to stop because it's the last chance we have to stop Corypheus? That's how this works, right? Right? Right?
Yeah.
Fucking right!
They at least don't say that by itself. They actually show good reasons as to like why that's true. For example, if you didn't get the mark on you, he would have successfully gotten the mark. He would have tore a literal permanent hole into the Fade, trying to become a god, and everyone would probably die. And then from there, if he had destroyed the Inquisition, who would have stopped him?
Yeah. Grey Wardens? They're the first to fall.
Because of their connection to the Darkspawn, which he has power over. Even more power than an archdemon has. And he has an archdemon with him.
That seems like cheating. I thought they had to go through the little open area first, and then they
Skipping through that.
Where am I?
And then a flood of water comes in.
It is done.
It has begun.
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
Meaning he will attack us directly. It's Skyhold.
Not necessarily. But neither will he remain idle.
And how could you have such insight into his plans?
The Well of Sorrows held many voices. And they speak to me now from across the ages. They hold wisdom.
An old god.
Secrets I never dreamed possible.
She has too much information.
They fear what Corypheus has become.
Should we fear him more than his army?
Possibly. Luckily for you, he has a weakness. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
Oh, is that all?
For sure. If there are no bodies for him to jump to.
You assume there is a limit to the range of his power. There is not.
Then what do you propose? Killing the dragon is no simple task, if it could even be found.
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
Are we gonna have sex? Am I gonna fuck Morgan?
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Is Kieran getting a baby brother or sister?
Grey Warden's not gonna be happy when he comes back. We'll get Referral then!
Okay! Wait, what's that?
Oh my god. Now you can finish the Storm Coast.
Yay!
In terms of missions, I would suggest that as being your next step.
I was pondering who might be divine, and it suddenly occurred to me.
Me?
Is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
I think you would make a good divine.
I am glad to hear it. Your support may persuade the Grand Clerics to vote in my favor. Justinia wanted to accept the mages. Our treatment of them made the mess you had to clean up. But perhaps it is not just mages we must accept, but all people. A nice dream, no?
Everybody except Kunari.
It is certainly something worth working for.
But what am I saying? Justinia couldn't find enough support for reform. Why would I fare any better? Perhaps I should stop filling my head with such foolish notions and get back to work. So if we kill Corypheus, he has the power to move from one tainted creature into another? What we will learn next? That he can command the sun to rise or the seas to burn?
No matter how powerful he is, there's a way to defeat him, and we'll find it.
I hope you're right. I have researchers scouring the Temple of Mythal as we speak.
I bet they love
I
that.
hope that their search turns up something we can use. Ancient magic, perhaps. Something even Corypheus missed. Anything to give us an edge.
The Temple of
Hi,
Mythal
God.
is extraordinary.
Hey God,
In all
not
my
the God.
journeys, I never dreamed of finding anything like it. What will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
I'll use whatever power I have to undo the chaos that Corypheus and his allies have caused.
You would put things back the way they were before?
Yes. I mean, not exactly.
I know what you mean. Thank you.
For what?
You think Morrigan's gonna let you?
You have not been what I expected, Inquisitor. You have impressed me. You honor the past and work to recover what was lost, even if the cost is high. I respect that. And I am indebted to you for the reminder. Forgive my melancholy. Corypheus has cost us much. The Temple of Mythal did not deserve such a fate.
I mean,
The orb
for the
he
most part,
carries
the
and its
temple
stolen
itself is
power.
fine. Didn't get
That,
damaged
at
at all.
least we may still recover.
Well,
With luck.
the temple's
Some of
like
the past
useless
may yet
now.
survive.
Yeah. But it's not that's not the point of a temple.
Thank you, Solus. We couldn't have done this without you.
True.
You are welcome.
Couldn't do anything without him.
Good afternoon.
He's required.
Because I go talk to this bitch.
Inquisitor, I wonder if you might help me with a delicate situation.
No.
Okay, pushes her off the edge.
There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
Trying to call me.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivian. What
Just call
exactly
you a
is this
monster?
project
Mhm.
you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would not have attained my position at court if I didn't know when to be silent.
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past,
not correct
chevaliers
grammar.
have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away
Deadlier.
from villages. Since my
More deadly.
chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success. You walked physically through the Fade. Please tell me what you remember.
I was physically in the Fade at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, too. You didn't ask about that.
Darling, you didn't remember anything. Questioning you would have hardly been productive. No one else has physically entered the Fade since the Magisters assaulted the Golden City. Oh, I'm positively envious right now.
Your lost books have been found.
Your assistance in this matter will not be forgotten, I assure you.
Woo!
Inquisitor. A title hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think. Forgive me my distraction.
You can try,
I'm
I spit in
overwhelmed
her,
by you and what you've done.
I squid
My
in
name is
her,
Meriden, a humble bard.
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
A simple thing that you know well.
You should say a simple
Power
thing?
of a muse to rally hearts and minds. Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two.
Are you a bard like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blades. I hope my skills will help in some small way.
Carry on.
Oh, I will... There is an issue that you should address. I think...
What do you think of the Inquisition now? Their fortunes have certainly changed.
It's still very dangerous to send wagons
What
all
an
the way to Skyhold.
unexpected pleasure. Celine has
You
offered
must
an
have
attractive
heard
journey. Any merchant willing to make the
Might
trip.
there be any news from the
Really?
south?
I never heard that.
What accent is this?
Here's a letter from Ellerly. He's safe with his family in the Dales.
Oh, my Ellerly. Oh, bless you. The Dions will sponsor the Duparakets as a family deserving of a noble title, Inquisitor. You have my word. Now please, forgive my hastiness, but I must read Ellerly's words. Make her keep you. Inquisitor!
What happened?
The House of Repose decided to pay a visit. The guards arrived in time, but I should have guessed the assassins would infiltrate the servants.
That sounds like a declaration of war.
Yep.
They only frightened me. It was all so sudden. Leliana assigned people to shadow me.
Lilian.
They appear to have saved my life. I owe you everything, Sergeant.
Only my duty, Ambassador. I'll talk with the spy master about these murderous louts. She'll find how they got in.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next favor we need?
We need a judge of the royal court to procure documents acknowledging...
It's just as I remember it.
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother.
What's Liliana's name gonna turn into?
It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
Liliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lord, forgive me for not recognizing you.
That's right, get on your fucking knees.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here. Justinia's letter came with instructions for me. They were a little cryptic. Always remember that faith sprung from a barren branch, that light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
She must be hinting at something in here. Let's look around.
Do they still sing verses from the benedictions every Friday? That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. We'd never give up the traditions of our most beloved divine.
That is lovely to hear. I stare up at the breach sometimes. It's terrifying, but beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen it by sunrise?
When the sun rises through it, it splits into what looks like 1,000 suns, like a broken mirror.
Yes, spectacular, isn't it?
It would be cool to see.
You must be careful, Natalie. Justinia's enemies are making their move, vying for position and the Sunburst throne.
You done?
That compassion was my greatest strength. Doubt is easy. It takes courage to trust.
What was that?
Looks like we opened something.
That's the Ark of the Covenant.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Finally. I was getting tired of all these tricks.
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Damn.
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thidas away from the true Chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
If we let her go, she'll just run off to her cleric, won't she?
Likely.
Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
Kill her.
This has to be done. You know it.
I'm always so afraid to say what I would do, because usually when I do, you do it. I don't want to influence your choices, but that one just kind of slipped out. That one just kind of slipped out.
So did her throat.
You pick the options I say with no hesitation, whereas usually you're like,
Yeah, I was gonna kill her. If I could tell her, take her back to Skyhold, I would have done that instead. I was not letting her go.
Kill her.
Check again. Perhaps the box itself is a puzzle. She seemed the puzzling sort.
No, it's just an empty box. There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She she's releasing me. The divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
I failed you
She
too.
apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Sacrifices are necessary. You know that.
I know. And hearing you agree gives me the courage to do what must be done. Justinia tried to save me, but all it's done is made me realize I don't need saving. There is work to be done. I'll see you back at Skyhold.
I just killed someone in the middle of the fucking. Ooh, give me your shit.
Picking all the options that just like change someone like completely. God, baby. Well, into Morrigan. Leliana. Hey, Leliana, ignore what Divine Justinia is saying. You go be that divine. You're right. Fuck that bitch that I devoted my life to. It's my chantry now.